What up, Colo? Get it together a little bit. Trying to get set up on the new monitor. Don't seem to be going. Terrible at this. Almost there. Marciana says, I'm hoping you're having a great and awesome day or night. It's definitely night. It's definitely night. And oh man. Bummer. Hey, my honeys. I am trying so desperately to connect my new monitor. And it's driving me crazy. Oh, freaking did it. Smoke. What it is. My honey's handmade. MHH. Maybe I should call you that. MHH. I know it's hard to say my name, but can I call you Mac? Truly asking, having fun, having an awesome night. That's what's up. Thanks for dropping by the channel earlier. It says smoke, smoke for sure, homie. I didn't even know you was over there doing it like that. I can't wait to get kind of deep dive over there, man. Yeah, you got some cool stuff going on. Well, you know it, you know it. And I'm into that Beetle. I'm into that Volkswagen, son. All right, I gotta get some stuff out the way here. It's been a crazy, crazy day. I got stuff everywhere too. But earlier the homie came through and saw my ring, really liked it. Decided I'd make one. So I'm gonna see what I can do. All right. We already checked the finger size. His finger was about yay. I need something to spin it with. Let me go grab my drill right. Down, you mosquito trap. Gets down. Jeez. I ran into this huge spider web out there. These big giant freaking spiders out here right now. Crazy. Crazy. What's up, Jay Basile? What's going on? I'm still good, making sure I'm still good. So weird. These things always freeze up. So what I'm going to do, lock that down right there. And then I'm going to just drill out the center of that ring while it's still connected. Smoke says all's good on his end. That's what's up. I'm glad. Appreciate the status update, cool. All right, we're going to try to just send that thing straight down and hope for the best. We ate that whole thing up. So we need to go up a size. I have just learned. Let's do it. Let's go. Yeah, let's just go right next to it. Up there. Ought to be good. Almost. Let's see. If we stop. About there. What are we into? We're still into the second. A little further. I understand how I'm not hitting the bottom. Sort of am. To the bottom a little bit. Just a little bit though. Okay. Not bad. So I think we've established that might be too big. We could try it. We could try it though, because I'm a glutton for punishment. And it's lazy to just leave it on there, right? So why would I do that? I think my tolerances are just very tight. But I also think I can do anything. So we'll see if I ruin this. Cutting deep into the table. Look at that smoke. Smoke. All right, let's pop him out. Pop him out. I want to put my headset on in a second, my earpiece, so y'all can maybe hear me better. Hope I didn't eat this one up. Let's see. Let's see. Sort of did. Let's see if she's salvageable. Whoa. Whoa. Not bad. Not bad. We can work with that. We can work with that. Is somebody talking crazy in the chat? Let me see if I can do something else real quick while y'all over there. Hold tight. All right, let me get my technology together a little bit. All I'm gonna do is put the buds in. Oh, it's weird. My whole family's gone, man. It's just me at the house. I might end up oh man, I Bluetooth to the wrong thing. I gotta do technological things right now. Y'all chill. All right, yo, peep it. I got a new monitor in here. So I got my personal phone away from this thing. And so, sorry. Am I spinning now? What the? Okay, YouTube, I get it. Who do I need to pay off? Who do I need to buy off to have my channel act right? That's what I'm asking for. Some good old act right. It's gotta be me, Smoke. It's gotta be me. How is it now? I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, but somebody said hi, and I'm saying hi back. Better at the moment. Yo, Lions, what's up? What's up? Who else is over there? And why is my chat not showing up on the monitor? Don't play these games with me, cuz. So crazy. Anyway, let me start building my thing. Okay, let me get this off here. I'm so bamboozled by the whole live chat business. So whack that I don't know. Truthfully, it's amazing. All this technology is freaking amazing. I couldn't do it if I tried. I know it, and I should just be impressed and shut up. Is what I should do. Learn how to use it so that I'm not whining about it so much. But I digress. There's two things I need to happen. One is the live chat. Don't know why I won't do that. Kind of embarrassing. Anyway, let's get to work on this ring, shall we? I'm gonna put you somewhere where you don't have to look so good. So, 120 grit. Rough enough. Remember running the BBS in the early 90s and waiting for someone to come log on so I could chat. 6 people video chatting. That is true. It has gotten pretty amazing over the years. All of it, really. So what y'all up to today? What's everybody doing? I think I'm gonna just keep sanding this down till it's fine enough. Right now, it's not bad. I think I got pretty good in the center this time. It's not too off noticeably anywhere. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get. Looks like it did some burnishing kind of on its own, just cutting through. But this seems to be a really effective method of making rings. You just sandwich these together with a good glue. I don't know that I would use epoxy. I don't know how epoxy would react to like the wood. I know that these two different woods turn completely differently. And they're different because the grain is running in different directions on this one and this one as well. So you have to be real careful carving it. I learned that yesterday with my woo business. Listen, I gotta go get that too, because I gotta see if it's gonna work. Be right back. Y'all know how I woo. So that turned out good. Turned out not too bad. I'm making use of this stuff. Enough that I can mess some stuff up. I always buy enough that you can mess up at least one whole item or experiment. It gets too tense when you only have the one option. Got a ring. Just got to turn it, make it comfortable. All right. So we're all plugged in. So what I'm going to do is grab my little, is this a wrench? Pop that off. I got a little group somewhere over here. Oh, snap, I enjoy. Lion said the woo is mint. Appreciate it, man. Dad's Workshop says that was a social media 1993 to 1995. It was fun. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm missing the whole chat. I set this freaking TV up specifically so that I could see the chat. And now I can't at all. So I'm like kind of watching it small off to the side on my actual phone again. Like I had promised myself I wouldn't. Yeah. Breaking my heart. All right. Yes, I remember MSN and dial-up. Lions, I remember over here was America Online was the biggest one, AOL. And I still remember that like it was yesterday. We would put little phrases and record wave files for our computers to feel customy. Oh boy, those are the days. You've got mail. It was so weird, but it's amazing that it worked. Like it is absolutely amazing that all of that stuff worked. It worked on its own time, but it worked. I moved stuff around again and I lost it again. So I got a little box. Oh, thing of the ring. That's pretty close. I wonder if it's too big and if it'll rupture or something. I also wonder if these flaps would fold down enough to allow for that. Or I could just do what I did last time because it worked. All right. It's a good vote. So what I'm going to do is like last time, I'm going to take one of these little fluffy buffing discs, and then I'm going to wrap some tape around it until I've got the size that I want. And then I'm going to use that and spin it and see if I can get a good turn. Seems like I should use something that's pretty close to the size already to start. Yeah, that works. And then I'll just go from there. This ain't exactly what that's supposed to be, but it is what it is. I can't believe I even hit the wrong button on the TV again. It's crazy. All right. Technologically, I'm so disappointed in myself. I'm so let down. Let me see what's going on in the chat. And I leave enough out to be sticky. And then I'll start wrapping this thing up. What an unbelievably emotionally exhaustive day that was. But I was able to get some stuff done, which makes that feel much better. Much, much better. We were mining what would be 75. Is that $750,000 every day? Wow. What up, Eco? How you doing? Man, I still can't see the chat on that thing. I'm gonna keep pushing this button, yo. I gotta figure it out, right? Gotta be able to figure it out. So what if I did that? Nope. What if I did that? Then went over to that. Then that. It was like boom. What would that be like? It says successfully connected. There it is. Dad's Workshop says probably mine like 250,000 US dollars. And that's a conservative estimate. What were you mining, Calvin? I missed everything. You don't have to repeat yourself. I know you're typing. Nah, million? Oh, 250 million. What? What were y'all mining? Gold? Was it gold in those hills? It seems like it's working. Feels like it's working. All right. Get you out from there. Calvin, are you explaining to me that you're a secret millionaire right now? Because inquiring minds need a loans. Yeah. Eco Wood Craft says, ha. I like to imagine internet laughs are like Nelson. That worked, I think, for now. Let's try it. Somebody said on one of my videos today I should get a jewelry saw. I agree 100%. They were like, it was tough to watch you struggle with that. Oh no. Let's see if I broke it with my hyper masculinity. Oh, slow the freak down though, for real. Let me see if I go on 5. It got a little wonky. It got a little wobbly. Let's see what we got. Okay. Okay. Calvin says, no, I'm not a millionaire. I'm comfortable living as simply as possible. Ain't that the truth, man? Ain't that the truth? That's what makes me, you, and what's his face out there in Omaha, Nebraska, really the same kind of guy. We're not in it for the money. We're in it for the chicks. So far, it's working. This is kind of okay. It's also kind of unstable. Let me see if I can cut all this bottom excess off. I don't think I need it. Obviously don't need it, but I don't. Let me see what I can cut it off with. The world's dullest X-Acto knife. I gotta talk to my son about the care of his X-Acto knives. And then he'll have to have a talk with me about not having one of my own. It's gonna be a tough conversation both ways. But what I do have is this. This sucks. This sucks so bad because my screen, like I've got my YouTube connected. I'm on the chat, the whole shot, and then the chat will just disappear off the TV, off the monitor. It sucks. Then I'm back to squinting my eyes at a screen again on a little bitty phone. Like a sad old man. Like a sad. I usually would be asleep now. It must be a full moon, says Mike. I'm sorry, it says Calvin. Mike says, y'all don't call me Michael. Yeah, don't call me Michael. All right. Damn right, Mike. Howdy, where says Runic? I don't know what I'm doing. And we got Runic in here. Mike came through. Smoke came through. Calvin up late with us. Holy smokes. I don't know what to do. Early to bed. Down, 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 down. Early to ride. Burn, down, down. And in between I cooked and cleaned. Oh, out of my head. Burn, burn, down, down. Going through life with blinders on is tough to see. I had to get up, get out from under and look for me. There's a new girl in town and she's feeling good. Who's old enough to remember that song? I bet you don't. Mike Osborne says, Michael's my son. Cheryl, what's going on? What am I even doing, bro? I'm making a ring, bro. What are you even doing? Like, do you like even ring, dude? Dude? Do you like even ring? I really like the handheld lathe idea. It's something. I mean, it's a way to do it, you know? It's a way to get it done until you can do better. Let's see. We're going to try this on 2. Feels more stable. I was told to cut this off in between changing the settings and speeds to make it last longer. So I'm going to take these. Not bad. We getting there. I still got to knock out some wonky that happened in there. I think I'm going to take it up to speed and make sure I don't thump myself in the face. Trying to be super delicate with it. Because you just can't tell what you're doing until it slows down. This is not as accurate a tool as, you know, a lathe would be. So you got to really watch it. And then it's a ring, so it's fairly easy to get wobbly. I think I'm going to bring that shaft down a little bit lower, a little closer to the front, hoping that'll help with stability a little bit. And try it again. That's an awesome project though, Wes. Might have to go at one of them. Oh man, you definitely should. Definitely should. Especially you with the, you know, with the earplug. It's kind of hot. Let it go. That's his grandkids call him Big Papa. Okay. You had to get the granddad status and you just go all out. Rap names, huh? I said, you too. I don't have any grandkids yet, thank goodness. Because none of my kids have moved out yet. Well, they are, but they all got rooms here still. Now, here's a time when we gotta just be clear and candid. This is crooked AF. We got a nice taper down to to the cherry on this side, but on this side, hardly any. So we got to be clear with ourselves, genuine. And I think it's all right if we start to shape some of this ring by hand. I think that's perfectly okay. And then we'll leave the polishing for the tool. We'll go ahead and get in some of this shaping. And I don't think shaping by hand is a bad thing. Ronick says, Lions, are you on Insta? What do you say? What do you say? Somebody came in this. The mini lathe is ping. Yeah. Hey, Wes, wanted to thank you for the membership to Dad's Workshop, says New Beginnings Woodwork. You're welcome. Dad's Workshop says New Beginnings. Good to see you in the chat. And I'm glad that you enjoy that membership. That really is, you already know. I don't have to tell y'all that Dad's Workshop is great. You know. And if you don't know, now you know. Mike says, well ready for winter. Froze here 3 nights ago. Yay. Sheesh. Where's that? Where's that, Mike? Where you in? Indianapolis or somewhere crazy? You in the Arctic? You in the Midwest? Where you at, bro? I'm gonna hit this with the 220 and see if I can pull me a soft round out of it. Minnesota. Ooh. This sounds like Florida. You're thinking about taking a vacation this year somewhere where it snows a lot. Is Minnesota a good ski destination for people who've never skied a day in their lives? Oh, that's not bad. That is not bad. I am gonna knock down where I have a little slight little chamfer. It ain't lining up with everything else. You see, if it's just a little bit off, it'll just hop over a space, which is weird. But it's fixable, which is cool. Right now it's key weather. My shop is in the garage with no insulation. Turns fast though. Then it's too cold to work. Yeah, that sucks, TJ. My last garage was like that. And I would go out there with a space heater and keep tripping breakers. I had to run. Yeah, it was tough. I am really fortunate at this particular house. This time, I'm 3/4 underground, so no matter how cold it gets, it's really just not that uncomfortable in here. Um, Even though I don't have insulation on my garage doors. But we did install them pretty tight, so there's not a lot of gap there, but still really lucky in that regard. Oh, I'm in Atlanta. Dad's Calvin says, Mike, you work on an oil rig up there? Right now, it's new beginning. Say if you're not in the chat and trip breakers in your shop, raise your hand. You already know it. I think I kind of figured it out with this shop, though. I don't trip as many breakers as I used to. What I did, though, let me tell you, got distracted and almost chopped my... No, this is not dangerous. You're not going to hurt yourself. But here's what I did. Now, if your garage is wired for garage door openers, then those should be on separate breakers typically. So if you pull off of those, you can run a pretty good load behind that. And it should be each of them on a separate load if you got two. And if you don't, that's why my garage doors are manual. You see me just lift them up and slam them back down. I do that so that I can use those outlets and not have to worry about anything else pulling the load off of them. Yeah. So just a little shop tip for you from your Uncle West. CJ says, I play too much. I do play too much. This is my life though, man. If I'm not playing, what am I doing? Working? Ugh. Do plenty of that and too much of it, if you ask me. CJ Crafts in the building. So now, I'm going to just treat this kind of like how you do when you're trying to buff it, right? Let me just buff it. Let me just hold it real gentle and delicate like. But I'm going to try to cover as much surface as I can in that curvature. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. It's looking pretty sweet, my friend. Pardon the accent. It's just how I feel when I get down. All right, I think this is getting good. Who was that said this today? Somebody mentioned today, just today. They said, or was it on another video I watched? I know so many good YouTube woodworkers, and then there are those that you just kind of watch them do stuff, but you never, you know, talking about ghost channels. But anyways, somebody today was saying that somebody else would wet their material heavy and then sand it wet and then let it dry and then sand it after that. Anyway, fantastic idea. It also lets you get a look at what your ring is going to look like once it's, got polish on it, right? So I'm going to hit this with the rough stuff. Lift up a little bit of that grain. I know. It's rough now. But I used alcohol instead of water so it'll dry faster. And with all that spinning, it looks like it's pretty close already. So now I'm going to go to the 220. Hit it again. Just like we did before, almost like I'm polishing. The paper is on there so light. So light. Very gently. So tender. See what we got. Feels cool. So let's go ahead and see. Feels nice. I mean, through the gloves, it's very slippery feeling. So, and that's the 220. So after that, we can put some stuff on it. And then after that, we can put some more stuff on it. But I think I'm just going to go with the old linseed oil like always. And you're just going to have to deal with it, friend. Just going to have to deal with it. Ugh. Do a little dab of that, a little splittity splash, a little splittity splash. No, I'm talking about. All right, so now I got a little wet spot on this towel with the boiled linseed oil. You can make your own 12-year-old jokes about that. I'm gonna hit this button, and then I'm gonna hit it again. I don't want to go that fast. Jesus Christ, that would be crazy. There we are. There we are. I think that's working already. It's pretty nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Go ahead and turn it up to 3. Now we can just let that chill all the way out. So I think we're good. I don't think we even have to, like I can hit that with some more, but I don't need to necessarily rotate it each time. But I like this ring. think I'm going to try some different wood combinations, and I'm definitely going to try some inlay stuff. Um, I got to figure out how to get a stable enough ring around there, like carve into it, where I can put inlay in it. But I'm doing a little research on that too. So, you know, as we go, we'll get even better. We'll do even cooler stuff. But, I had to satisfy that little itch in getting something done today. I didn't get much chance to elsewhere. So, thanks for tuning in, like always. Oh, look at it. This is only the second treatment on this one. Look how it just went shiny. Mm. Oh, I'm putting my wrong stuff in your face, my fault. This worked out good yesterday. It was a good time. It was a good time. And hope y'all enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I enjoy you guys hanging out with me. It's super dope. I really appreciate it. What's up, Woodshed by Dan, Eco Woods Crafts, CJ, New Beginnings, TJ, Calvin at Dad's Workshop, who's always in the building, always helping us out, Heather, who's behind the scenes over there, and a trusted advisor in the technology that is YouTube. I appreciate all of y'all that are in here. I really do. Wes, does that make you the classmates, the Wu-Tang Clan? Oh, does that make you clansmates to the Wu-Tang Clan? Ah, I see, I see. Yes. No. Hopefully they don't come sue me for copyright infringement. Here in West Virginia, I can build up to a 30 by 30, but it's got to be 30 yards away from the house. Oh, that's pretty awesome, no? 30 yards away from the house is a good ways. You mean it's your building, the accessory structure? Let me hit that again. That thing got so good and shiny so fast. I'm very happy with that. The other ring is like I've been wearing that thing every day since I made it for most of the day just to get comfortable with it. Because I do want to know before I ever sell anything or anything, I want to make sure that that it's worth a damn. You know what I'm saying? And some of this you got to let time tell you. Everything looks cute at first, but time tells you whether or not you made a good product. So the wood shop by Shed by Dan said I need at least a small lathe. 100%. I am actively searching right at this very moment on Fleshbook Marketplace, trying to find me one, because I want one so bad. Now I have to build a ring box for it. Oh yeah, that would be dope. I would totally do that. Yes, a cute little ring box. That would be dope. Except for this is for my homeboy, so that'd be weird if I gave it to him that way. Mm. But I can build another ring box, and then I can build like a cute little ring for my wife or something, and then be like, "Hey, baby, I did this for you." What I'm afraid of. Wait, what do you say? Smalls are cheap compared to the midi and large. I want a midi at least. I want to make one of those wooden watches. Yeah, You mean one of these wooden watches? Or one of these wooden watches? I just so happened to have these out, showing my buddy who was in the shop today, my wooden watch collection. Um, I did not make those. I did not make those. You better do it legal or at least a foot to move more than illegal. Yeah. Smalls are cheap ones. West I want to make one. Yeah, watch. Yes. They're awesome. The wooden watches are so comfortable, it's unbelievable. You do not feel them on your skin. You do not feel them on your skin. There is a I wouldn't have a clue how to get started making one of these. This one's made by Bobo Bird. This one is made by Wewood. Wewood. And the other one is Bobo Bird, Bobobird. And I had another one that I lost that I thought was really good. I really liked it. It was made by Original Grain. I don't know if they're still a company anymore, though. Eco says, hey, Wes, hit me up on Facebook. I will send you a small box of wood. That'd be awesome. Yeah, hit me if you would. Yeah, let me write it down. Who are you on Facebook? Because I'm West Desert on everything. You can find me pretty easy on most things, but I will definitely write it down for you if you tell me. Benchtop lathes will get the job done as long as your goal is not large bowls. That's the thing, Runic. I don't know what my goal is yet. You know, um, I don't know what my goal is yet. I try so many different things, and I like what I like, and I keep doing what I like, but I don't know if I probably will end up wanting to do big bowls. I probably will. Um, I think I want to buy once, cry once, but I don't know if a big lathe can also do little things. Can that happen? Is that possible? New Beginning says, I got to head to bed, guys. Great work, Wes. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming through and hanging out with us. Really, really, really appreciate that. Eco Woodcrafts. Simple enough. I will hit you up. Mm-mm-mm. Mike says, Acapella is a great carving wood. Cocobella. Cocobola? Cocobola. At least get a midi then with legs, says Woodshed by Dan. Appreciate that advice. Robert G says, believe me, get bigger than you think. You will want to do more than a small lathe will do. That's probably true. That's probably I can get really carried away and I can sometimes not. So I can let something sit in the corner too if I don't really like it right away. I bought my bench top about 10 years ago and I've yet to decide I needed a bigger one. I upgraded to a VSD motor this past year, but that is all I've done to it, says Ronak. That makes sense. And Ronak, you're doing about the same kind of stuff that I'd probably be into. So, Eco Woodcrafts, do you do earrings? I wonder if I'm looking at the right page. Get one that can go in reverse, says Eco. Yes. I gotta get something that's gonna do what you know what I'm saying? I gotta get something that does something cool. I gotta be able to make me a little separate space down here and then make dust on the floor. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I do want to get decent with this jewelry stuff first. I do want to get, well, as I do that, as I develop it and that skill set, I want to do all kinds of stuff, man. Right now, I think I want to go to bed. Maybe I'll go grab me something to eat, and then I'll go to bed. Yep. But I'll talk to y'all later on. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Sorry about all the technical difficulties today. Hopefully I get my stuff together. Eco Woodcrafts, I appreciate you. Robert says the Bauer lathe from Harbor Freight is pretty good size and a decent price. Really? Robert G, I'm gonna look into that. I'm definitely gonna look into that. I got a Harbor Freight right by the house. Ronik, I appreciate you. Eco, I appreciate you. Dan, thank you so much for hanging out. Calvin's always the homie. CJ, TJ, and Mr. Robert, and Mr. when he's in here. Mike Osborne is always the folk. Y'all gotta go check out Ronik and Echo. A couple of these guys. If you don't already follow them, don't already see them, check them out. Click those little. Everybody in Blue's got a station, a channel. So check them out for sure. I'm gonna be doing some of this little wiggling up here. Meanwhile, if you got a channel that you'd like to promote, pop it in at the chat at the very bottom for us, and I'll let that run for a little bit. While you do, if anybody wants to go check you out, since everybody's gonna have to get out of here, I'll go ahead and pop this off. And while I do that, y'all can post your links. Look at that. Look at the difference between the inside and the outside. So I'll go ahead and put a little polish in there, but I know I'm gonna sand a little bit more on the inside just to make that thing more comfortable. But I really like looking at this boiled linseed oil go on stuff, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And that's what we were able to do today. That's what we were able to do today. All right. Find something to do with yourselves. What are you doing? Hanging around here. Kicking it with me. Wait, before I go,